You're not trying to make it work for TikTok, but you're making it worse for...
Well, I mean, yeah, we could move it a little. It's just precarious on that little thing.
Is that good?
Yep.
Not good for me.
It's not good for you?
Because the mic.
We'll put the mic, yeah.
I'll fix it. I can fix it. Aww. I don't know how to tighten this one. Yay. So I asked Moon if he would mod for us. So he said he would.
Cool.
I'll send him. I know about the texting or whatever being on the phone, but I need to just text him and let him know that we're on if he wants to come.
Mm-hmm. Can I do this one? Why you do that? Down in Jamaica, they've got lots of pretty women. Steal your money, then they break your heart. Lonesome Sue, she's in love with old Sam, taken from the fire into the frying pan. On and on, he just keeps on trying, and she smiles when she feels like crying. On and on, on and on, on and on. Oh, Jimmy sits alone in the moonlight, saw his woman kiss another man. So he takes a ladder, steals the stars from the sky, puts on Sinatra and starts to cry. On and on, he just keeps on trying, and he smiles when he feels like crying. On and on, on and on, on and on. When the first time is the last time, make you feel so bad. But if you know it, show it, hold on tight, don't ever say goodnight. Got the sun on my shoulders and my toes in the sand. Woman's left me for some other man. Oh, but I don't care, I'll just dream and stay tan. Toss up my heart and see where it lands. On and on, I just keep on trying, and I smile when I feel like dying. On and on, on and on, on and on. On and on, on and on, on and on. On and on, on and on, on and
on. That's cute.
I like the feel of that. It makes me just want to be by a beach. Like,
yeah,
chill.
It's a Hawaii vibe.
Yeah, I made it though. I don't think it is as much. Maybe it is the real one.
You made you made it a Hawaii vibe.
I mean, it might have it anyway, but like I got my.
Thank you for following Rock. Can't say the rest of your name.
Rock. F.
He starts his stream with, you can call it whatever you want, but just don't use any foul language, please. CK.
Rock Rose. Thanks for the follow. So.
All right.
Anyone else have a long day? I left the house at like 8. Got home at like 5. I guess it's normal.
It's like so. What kind of life are we living that 8 to 5 is like a long day? But for you, I mean, no, that's not true.
I have like short days and then chart.
You were working until 7.
Yeah, and then I was working until just like a minute ago.
I mean, you did have food, but aside from that,
and I pooped.
I mean, it's just like taking a 15-minute break at work. You work.
Yeah, and I don't take breaks like when I'm out.
Yeah.
So it's like a whole day.
Did you
lunch.
get to playing a ukulele while you were driving?
On the way home, I did. I was listening to a lot of podcasts.
Ooh. What podcasts?
I like
Theo Von.
It's funny.
It was funny. And
It's
then
really funny.
and then on the way home, that I forget the channel, but there was that big earthquake in California.
I didn't hear anything.
There was like a
'cause I've been in my bubble.
7.3 off the coast, like the some kind of tectonic plate. I forget the Del Fuca. I can't remember.
The what? The Fuca.
The rock effing rules plate. But it was right like off the, and there was a tsunami warning, but it went
Oh,
away.
jeez.
But I always wonder, because I heard someone, I think it was Tom Horn's sister, died, and then had a vision, or was abducted by aliens and had a vision, but the alien told her, and I'm probably getting the story wrong, but I heard it from Tom Horn, who passed, but he said like there would be a huge earthquake in California, and then aliens would show up. But then I've heard other people say World War III first, and then that's not even, you need to worry about like natural disasters, but then the alien invasion is like what to worry out for.
Look out for.
Worry out for.
Worry out, everyone. This is your sign to worry out. I'm trying to get some background music for us.
Why does my posture always like fail me?
Does your posture
even if
fail
I'm
you,
thinking
or
about
do
it,
you
it
fail
fails
your
me.
posture?
Look, my head would be up in the. Just like chill.
Just
all the time.
well, that's because we set the phone up to go with your.
When you got me boosted up like a booster seat.
What? That doesn't sound like me at all. What are you talking about?
She likes me closer.
I like him like
And
closer to
higher
the
on the
camera
seat.
and the seat
So
down,
I
or
would-
my seat down, his seat up.
I'm a little taller than you, but I
Yeah.
slouch a lot.
He does. He slouches so much. After he had surgery, I don't know what was in
I
the
had
like
hemorrhoid
meds.
surgery. Comment and follow for more info.
I had hemorrhoid surgery. Comment below for more information.
You gotta comment.
Yeah. Can
just
we
gonna give
turn the
that
reverb? Since we're talking, can we turn the reverb down?
No.
Why?
Because I don't want to keep messing with it.
That's a good point. Well, if you put it here, then I could mess with it.
That involves me getting up, and Ty's are here.
Okay.
I got a little puppy dog right on my lap,
Ooh.
but he's black, so he blends with my pants.
So I'm missing the messages from Steven and Moon. Oops. Oh. Hello, friends.
I'm not wearing my glasses.
Yes. He's not wearing his glasses.
So we're streaming, but we play music and we also talk, but I'm not as good at talking, I think, as playing
You're
music.
a very good talker.
When I listen back, I don't pronounce my words when I just talk. I'm a
Who does
mumbler
that?
by nature. I'm a soft-speaking mumbler.
And you hear me like correcting Lila all the time, like, stop mumbling.
Yeah. My family used to say my younger brother and I had our own language because we would just mumble to each other. It's like, hey, sure.
Enunciate.
Enunciate.
I knew growing up, if my grandmother was enunciating, someone was in trouble, because she would only enunciate when you're in trouble. Also, Stephen, I don't know what I did, but I didn't have the chat open, so I didn't get your message. But thanks for showing up,
Missy
friend.
Herzog.
Yay, Macy.
In the moonlight. There's
In
a
the
song.
moonlight.
I don't know. Dancing in the moonlight. I don't know
Deep
how to play
in
it
the
though.
dark, I'll surrender. You'll surrender your heart. Yeah, you'll surrender your heart. I think that's what.
Dancing in the moonlight.
Body's
the
feeling warm and bright.
Some kind
Something
of
like that.
light.
Is that the Moonlight song? Yeah, it totally is. Yay! Thanks for
There's
being
two songs
here.
that we like to sing.
Okay, cool. I did put like a thing on there since you were mad at me for doing this thing.
What What song
last time.
first?
I put Thank You Abba on it.
Yeah. This song
Absolutely.
is an original. It's an original song.
This is an original song, people.
I don't want to hear anymore. Give me... Nope.
That's not an original song. He lied.
That's the one I wanted to play.
Fake news.
It's the same chord. I
Fake
just pluck it
news.
different. Fake news.
All right. Different. I don't think different was on our list.
Well, I gotta put that on. That's
So,
the one I want to play.
just kidding with the Thank You Abba. This is different, and I
No,
don't know
this is
how to
Thank You,
add that
Ayu.
right now. What?
This is Thank You, Abba.
I thought you were going to do different.
Well, I wanted to. It's the same
Let's
chord that
do
starts,
it.
and I pluck them both.
Pluck them. And then we'll do it again later. This is the perfect time to do it now and then later.
Yeah.
But also, we'll do this and we'll talk a
I
little
want
bit.
to do some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your law showed me I was wrong. All the selfish and the hurtful things I'd done. Then your love showed me I belong. With your arms wide open, you call me on. So I praise your name, Most High Elohim. Praise your name, Melech Melechim. I will praise your name for all eternity. I will sing. I will sing. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Abba, for bringing me so far and giving me a heart to want to know you, to want to love you. Oh, may I see your face. Lord, I feel your grace when I praise your name, Most High Elohim. Praise your name, Melech Melechim. I will praise your name for all eternity. I will sing for the King of Kings. Hallelujah. Teach me your ways. Hallelujah. May I see your face. Hallelujah. Lord, I feel your grace when I sing. When I sing. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Abba.
We did it!
Yay. I almost stopped it right away because it's high.
He farted. And you're blowing it in my face. Like,
It's
stop!
just the way it happens.
No, it's not. That's the way you're
Dissipating it.
making it happen.
It would be
We're
like
just
this.
sitting there on the couch and we're watching some show.
It's not this. It's this.
Listen, you're going like this, and that's in my general
Dissipation,
direction.
man.
You keep blowing his farts on me.
It would be like that.
That's how he applauds Moonset. Oh my gosh. So he stopped singing because he smelt a fart.
Puppy, you can't keep your head there. I gotta use my arm.
Oh yeah, here. I usually hold the pup.
Look, he's cute.
He's a cute pup and you can't see him because it's in the dark and he is dark. You puppy. Can you see him? He's a cutie. He's regal. 90% of the time he is very calm and loving and just still and looking like he's royalty.
He's royalty.
And then the rest of the time he's fierce.
He's fierce sometimes. Can switch quick.
Just like Mama. I can be very sweet.
Big puppy.
Also, what's weird, Moon, is I'm going to be Tess now. I'm Jasmine, and this is Jared, and we're Tess and Eli.
It's like,
Yeah. Well,
the 10% is more fun, except for when he bites you.
Yeah, he actually got like
got me
all the way
good.
to the bone.
I was trying to discipline him. He wasn't having it.
Yeah, Ty's a rescue, so I think he has some trauma
I
that
can't
he's
see it. He got me
dealing
good.
with. Yeah, it was scary because
But
it sounded like they were playing in the other room and they just got really silent.
yeah, he was silent and I was silent. He was like, "Did I just do that?" And I'm like, "Did you just do that?" And then I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, not good.
And I tended to there was hair in my finger,
Yeah.
so I guess he bit through his hair a little. But he's a sweetie usually.
Usually you're sweet. You
What do you
didn't
wanna
tell
talk
your
about?
you didn't tell your mom or anybody else, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I named it Brainwashed.
Because you want to talk about being brainwashed?
Yeah, I do.
Do it.
Ask me questions.
How are you brainwashed?
Ever since I was a little baby. No, I think it's like how I realized that I was brainwashed before. I don't know that you ever had that.
No, I did.
Okay.
In 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, I was a fan of Fox News and Donald Rumsfeld. I would watch him and I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Kind of reminded me of my grandfather a little bit. And then somebody in nursing school said something like, "Have you seen Loose Change?" This was like 2003 or 4. It's like there's some evidence that, George Bush was kind of knew about 9/11. And I said, there's no way that George Bush knew about 9/11. She's like, okay. And then I looked into Loose Change and then I found Alex Jones. It's like 2004 on.
Yeah.
Like, maybe 2004 to 2011, 10, 12. It's like Alex Jones and just delved into his movies and then off.
That's when you realized that you had been brainwashed before.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a revelation. There's always new
There's more
revelations because
stuff
then
that
it's
we're
like,
uncovering. Yeah.
well, 432 was a big one for me too. The 432 hertz instead of 440. Supposedly the Nazis changed it, and it's a higher frequency. It's not as harmonic. So I like to play in 432, and it is more harmonic. If you, especially on a guitar, if you tune it, you can hear just the natural harmonics ring out. It's just a little flat.
Yeah.
From 440, and then flat Earth, no trees on the Earth, like the whole mud flood, Tartaria, and then the Little Season. Is
Yeah,
the
that's
new
the
one.
new one.
The idea that Jesus came back when he said he was going to. He said, some of you won't taste death before you see the Son of Man coming in his glory, and so that's a whole alternate history, and that it seems like the Liberty Bell, Statue of Liberty, is Satan unchained, saying liberty from God's law, and the Renaissance was like a release of the devil, and the Dark Ages were actually the reign of Christ, and our history's been so.
And obviously it wasn't
messed
Dark
up.
Ages, it was the
Yeah.
millennial reign for the 1,000 years they can't account for.
And even the rapture coming or going, like before or after, if at all. So I think the Little Season gives more credence to possibly a rapture because it's uncharted now. In Revelation 20, it's like Satan will be released for a short season to deceive the nations.
What Bible verse was that? Do you remember?
No,
It was in Revelations like 20?
20, yeah,
Okay.
20 something.
20 something.
And but there's not much information on that besides Armageddon or nations coming against God, and then with the word of his mouth he just destroys it all, and then there's a new earth, a new heaven, and a new earth.
It's like a part of Revelations that I feel like people don't read. They read like millennial reign,
Well,
but
yeah.
then they don't read after. It's just like for a lot of Bible verses.
Well, I was into it before, and then thinking, and I remember I was going to a Calvary Chapel. Pastor Joe from Philadelphia was saying, those, because they would teach verse by verse, those in that time will have to have faith too, that Jesus was Messiah and everything. And it just seemed so strange to me. I'm like, how could that be? And then when I heard about this, I flipped back to that thought, and I'm like, well, yeah, that makes sense, because we are in the age of deception, like the shape of the earth, evolution, and they're just trying to deceive us on every which way.
So if all of that sounds ridiculous to you, that's where I was 2019 and before. I would have been like, whoa, honey, you're just a conspiracy theorist and the world's not out to get you and it's okay. That's how I would have reacted to anything that I understand now. Because like I was a financial advisor. I was told what to believe about the markets, about the companies within the portfolios that I put together. Basically, just to give you like how we were trained in this, the fund managers would come and provide lunch, and they would tell us all about their funds and why they're performing better than other ones, and the different holdings and stuff like that. And when I became a financial advisor, I told my boss, I was like, I am not interested in watching the market all day long at all. Like, I want to help people. I want to help them with their finances. I want to help them grow their assets. I want to help them send their kids to college, but I don't care about watching ticker symbols all day. I don't want to do it. So I relied on like BlackRocks of the world, right? Because those are the fund managers that are pushed.
Like
I was a mom. I was going through a divorce. I went to church every Sunday growing up in a primitive Baptist church, and I had my Bible, and my uncle was the preacher, and I thought I was a good Christian girl because I went to church, and I didn't really know all the stories because my uncle spoke in such a way that as a kid I didn't understand what he was saying. I would just be like, he'd ask me afterwards what he said, and I'd say a couple of words that I wrote down, but I didn't know what he was talking about. And I was just like, be good to people. That's a good Christian thing to do. I'm a Christian, and be good to people. And I'm sure there was more depth to that, but I was baptized when I was 10 years old. Did I know what I was talking about at 10 years old? I said that God told me to get baptized, and so they baptized me. But before I met you, I met Mark, who had stage 4 colon cancer for 8 years before he passed. And he's the one that was like, listen, I keep Sabbath and keep biblical food law, and I won't have a Christmas tree in my house. And I'm like, what's going on here? This person sounds crazy, but I'll listen. And I remember growing up, we didn't think Christmas was a religious holiday because it's not when Jesus was born, and it's not in the Bible. So I knew it wasn't religious, so I was willing to listen to the whole I don't celebrate Christmas thing. And when he showed me the verse, is it Jeremiah? Where is it? It's like,
yeah, Jeremiah, I don't know, 17 comes to mind, but I don't think it's 23 something. I'm not sure.
I'll have to update something with this. But it's a Bible verse that basically just says that they cut down the tree and they brought it into the home, and they adorned it with silver and gold, and they made it upright standing. And they, like, basically God's saying, don't worship me in the way of the pagans. That's the way of the pagans. And I kept thinking, like, well, I don't do it to worship the pagan gods. Like, I'm not doing it to show winter solstice, whatever. But it clear as day just said, don't worship me in the way the pagans worship. And I'm like, okay, well, can't really argue with that. So we stopped celebrating Christmas. And I worked on Saturdays as an advisor because a lot of my clients were, working during the week, and so I could make a lot more money on Saturdays. And when I finally came to the conclusion that Shabbat is for all of us, and it is the seventh day, and there is no getting away from it, he says to keep it holy, then I stopped. What were you
to remember it.
To
like
remember.
The only
It's
commandment, it says remember, and
Yeah.
most Christians don't even think about it.
And so when I realized, like, oh my gosh, I'd been lied to this whole time that, we should celebrate Christmas. It has anything to do with God. that we should Sundays are our holy day and all that kind of stuff. The lies that not intentionally my family gave me and the church gave me, but things that were clearly said in the Bible as something completely different than what I was grown up as. As soon as I started keeping Shabbat, even though that was my like most lucrative day, that year when I stopped working on Saturdays, I made like 50% more that year than I had in my entire career. So God definitely blessed me for like obeying him. And then from there's all kinds of little things that would take too long to discuss, but like right now, but it's like peeling back layers. And had I not met Mark before I met you, I would have been like, ooh, aliens, flat earth, what? And walk away. But now I'm like, all right, I'm always skeptical in the beginning because I don't want to be led like I was led through the church, through work, through school. I don't want to be led like that. I want you to lead me, but only when I feel like being led and I'm in the mood.
I want a leader. But don't just lead me, like, lead me when I'm in the mood to be led.
It's like, well, I do it to you when you give me like health things too. I'm like, I'm not easy to like jump ship on things. So the good thing is you never asked me to just trust you, and neither did Mark. But the church does, the school does, the news do.
I think anybody's saying, just trust me. Like,
no, I'm obviously not going to trust you.
Until you said that.
But it's like the biggest thing that I see in people that I can find trustworthy are the ones that say, don't take my word for it. Look it up yourself, research it yourself, pray about it. Because when they do that, I'm like, good. They don't think that I'm like this person they're not thinking that I'm going to go and just like blindly follow what they're saying without questioning them. And so like it has been a ton in a short period of time that I'm like downloading, like trying to scrape all of the things out. Like we're finding things now where with this little season, it took me a minute to like have the humility to just be like, okay, well maybe what we thought isn't. Because it's hard to let go of some of these things. It's like, especially when you've got like someone, like when Mark passed, it was like, okay, well, at least we got the millennial reign is coming and like all these different things, and your mindset to completely change. To be like, oh, well, that doesn't even make sense that it could be them. And that's why it doesn't make sense when we were asking all these questions about the millennial reign and like the rapture and stuff like that. It doesn't make sense because it's not what God said. It's not what like lines up with the time frames of things. If Jesus said that it's going to happen in this generation and some of you standing here will not see death before it happens, then how?
And well, it's crazy too, because in Daniel, he's like, shut up the words of this book. It's not for you. It's for a greater time. It's like 500 years later. But Revelation is like, now. Don't shut up the books. It's coming now. Soon. I say, soon I'm coming. But that's a 2,000-year gap? Like, no. Jesus said what he said, and he meant it. Yeah. And too, like the Daniel prophecy of the weeks, like most modern Christians think we're in the 70th week, which is like 2,000 years of just like a gap between his weeks. But if without that, it predicted Jesus coming. I don't know if it says Son of Man will be cut off, but not for himself, like he died for our sins. And then other stuff, a few more weeks, and then nothing. But we're in the 70th week. For 2,000 years.
I watched a movie. I asked you to watch it too. I remember the Messiah timeline or something, and it's like it was beautiful. It was taking scripture to make it fit 2,000 years. Like every year is 1,000 years. Like every year to God or day to God is 1,000 years or something like
A
that.
day is like
saying
a
that there
thousand
was
years, but it's not
saying-
every. It just says day is like
Yeah.
1,000 years, and it's 1,000 years like a day, because time
Yeah.
isn't the same as what they're saying.
Right, but then they were taking that to say like this, we're in 6,000 something, we're getting
Yeah.
close, or we're like, you know, and I was like, well, this makes sense if we, you know, and then maybe it could be. We don't know if we're right or
Yeah, we
not,
don't know
and
for
it doesn't
sure.
change how we live our lives.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that for me is like when I realized that I was being fed information from my work, from the news, from like the doctor, from like this COVID thing, the vaccinations, things like that could have killed my son had I continued to believe it
I
was.
need to watch what you say there.
What do I for this?
Just yeah. Don't say the C or V words
Okay.
in general.
What do you want me to call him instead? The C word?
Yeah.
Okay, the V word. No, it could be just misconstrued, but it's okay. So
I got the V word.
if my son got that, he would have died most likely because he has a heart
Yeah.
condition, and they were treating it like everybody
Yeah, it's
can have this and all these things. But the more I see, I'm like, I was living in just complete and utter. I was like a zombie, just like walking around, following whatever everybody said to me and believing it. And that's scary. But I'm so happy that I actually question things now. Do you want to sing a song now?
no. Just waiting for you to get to the emotional part, and I'll go.
Oh. That's funny. Well, what's also funny is I was still asleep. Like I was still unaware of what was going on around me during COVID. C word. So I did get the Jabberwocky. I did get the Jabberwocky because I thought I need to protect my kids. I was like, might have been asleep, but I was still like paranoid, wanting to protect my children. Like, you know, I was doing like homeschool with them at the time, and I was thinking like I have to go back to the office, and
You were doing homeschool then?
yeah,
Oh, from C.
yeah, and but it was just like to fill the gap, and they were littler, so it was like not algebra like it is now, but I was like, I'm gonna have to go back into the office. I can't continue to work from home, and I don't want to bring something home and kill my kids. Like that's where my thought was. So I remember waiting in a line to get the Jabberwocky and thinking, I feel like I'm in line for. There was like these concrete barrier walls on either side of me. It was like you follow this lane, and it was like concrete barrier walls, and it felt like I was. And this is gonna be really bad, but I felt like I was in line for a concentration camp, like just waiting to go through. And I had that thought, and I was wearing my mask, and I was recording a song for Smule, and I had
Yeah,
that
I
thought,
saw it.
and then I was like, that's fine, everybody else is doing it.
One of the podcasts I listened to today was like near-death experiences, and
Yeah.
a lady was saying after hers, she got, well, I guess after near-death experiences, a lot of people have more premonitions than normal, but she had the feeling like there was an accident with a motorcycle, or she knew about that. But she was like, there was someone else, like there was a lady on there, and she went out. Well, wanted to go out and look, but her husband was like, you can't go out there. Let's see what it's like. She's like, no, there's a lady on there. They don't know, because she was thrown off, and there was. She didn't go, but she was like, if you have that little feeling. Like, you're walking out the door, did I forget anything? No, of course not. I could never forget. Well, no, that all those little insights we need to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but-
now, so you had this video you posted on probably everywhere, but I saw it on TikTok. That was like you singing "Unvax Girl." You're like trying to find your woman, and you were only gonna accept Jabberwockied girls. And
Yeah, my friends kept asking me,
I
like,
am.
are you sure you want to date anybody that was? I'm like, no, like, nothing's changed. And then I met her. But I had a dream, so.
Tell Moon about your dream.
Yeah, I had a dream that it was just like a 5-second thing. I was holding someone's hand, and I looked up, and they were in a hospital bed, looking at me, smiling, it was a weird expression. Like I wasn't really sure, but I just had the feeling that it was like my wife with my first child. And then one of her pictures, well, you said like you love Yah, follow it, Yah, and everything that you sing. And then one of the pictures, you were looking back with that face. I'm like, done.
Done. Now we have to have kids. Because that's part of your dream, too. Yay! So even though I was jabberwockied, he was like, you're it. Let's get married next week. Legit.
Yeah, we did.
And we did. Nonchalant. I feel like you're not even on your oh, that's because what's this?
That's the thing, I'm not sure.
To make one?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do different?
And I don't wanna hear anymore. Teach me to listen. I don't wanna see anymore.
Man,
Sorry.
that was clearly.
What? I was dispersing the
No,
fart.
you were like this, because that's propelling it towards me. This.
I didn't go like
What did
this
you
to your
feed my
nose.
dog today? Why is he so
Salmon.
gassy?
Slamming. You're a good puppy.
You're a sweet puppy.
You're a good puppy. Just use a farting puppy. So this song is not on the screen, but we really like this song. And I think it's important to be different. We're viewed, I don't think anybody that is watching right now necessarily could go, oh yeah, to like what we were just talking about. But it's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't wanna hear anymore. Teach me to listen. And I don't wanna see anymore. Give me a vision that you could move this heart to be set apart. I don't need to recognize the man in the mirror. And I don't wanna trade your plans for something familiar. I can't waste a day, and I can't stay the same. I wanna be different, I wanna be changed, till all of me is gone, and all that remains is a fire so bright the whole world could see. There's something different, so come and be different in me.
And I don't wanna live my life stuck in a pattern. And I don't wanna gain this world but lose what matters. So I'm giving up everything because
I wanna be different, I wanna be changed, till all of me is gone, and all that remains is a fire so bright the whole world could see. There's something different, come and be different. Oh, I know I am far from perfect, but through you the cross still says I'm worth
I just wanna be different.
I wanna be different, I wanna be changed, till all of me's gone, and all that remains, oh, is a fire so bright, the whole world can see, there's something different, come and be different, I just wanna be different, could you be different in me?
We'll get it.
What?
We'll get it. That was fun. I definitely think that that's good we didn't start with that one as the warm-up song. Like when we get
Okay.
louder, so we don't go,
Yeah.
crack.
Yeah.
That was fun. Okay. I don't know how to switch the song without using my phone.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't know either.
Are you okay with me switching it?
Yeah. What do you want to switch to?
Well, on the look, can you see the list of running songs?
Mm-hmm.
If you're still with us, Moon, I would ask you to do this, but I don't know how to because I can't get it to link.
What do you think, puppy? Would you want to get people? What you think, puppy?
He wants to come to Mama.
Yeah, but he needs to come into Papa. Come here, boy.
Oh, take you up, he done.
It's chilly.
So we got some
Aw.
things we can.
What, you wanna
Or
go to
scared.
Mommy? No, he's not scared. He's just chilly.
Come here, baby.
We're in the basement.
Oh, I said I would ask you to help me with the song list, but updating it. But I can't seem to get the bot to work. So it doesn't matter. How are you? What are you doing tonight? You just got off of work a little while ago. Oh, look, Moon and Moondrop Burst. Hello, friends.
Moondrop Burst, the Sigma.
The Sigma.
What do you want? What are we doing?
Do you want to do a song or do you want to talk some more?
It doesn't matter.
Let's see.
I feel like people don't want to hear either.
Well, I mean, it's just the beginning of a
Yeah.
channel. We don't have anybody showing up to it in the very beginning. That's very normal. We have Moon and we have Abby.
Memphis this
and-
weekend. Nice.
Cool. Yeah, vacation mode. You're like checked out, right?
I'm in go mode. I've been working so much,
Yeah.
but it's not bad. Is it? I hope it doesn't last too long. I'm filling in for
Yeah.
other people in a different office, and it's like,
It doesn't seem, well, on my side of it, it doesn't seem as bad as I thought it was going to be. But I'm also not driving 3 hours there and back, plus all of the driving. I think it's just a lot of driving on you.
it's just a lot of driving, which is fun enough. Podcasts and like music, but
And
it's
he
just
plays
long.
ukulele.
Trying to find like a good spot to pee like every so often.
So that's good, but at least that's the only concern you have with planning things out. Right? He's a nurse.
A home health nurse.
Good. Figuring it out.
Yeah.
Angela,
it's not too
hi.
bad. Angela.
Angela. Angela.
Angela.
Angela.
So what are we doing?
I don't know. Because you said you didn't want to do very much tonight, right?
Yeah, let's just sing some and then.
Okay. Hello, Alex.
You want to do our
Yeah.
medley?
Yeah. Just ignore what I have on the screen. We're gonna do the medley.
Yay.
It's more fun.
I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart. I don't just wanna start a flame in your heart. There's only you in my life, the only thing that's right. Two hearts that beat as one. Our lives have just begun, and I want to share all my love with you. No one else will do. What is love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
See, what were you thinking to make you stop? I was thinking you stopped, so I stopped. But even on the part where it's like,
Sometimes I don't do the whoa whoa because I like it when you do it by yourself.
I do it too much by myself. And when you do, what is love?
Yeah.
Go,
Want me to
what is
do-
love?
You want me to do the
Not the first part.
The second one?
What is love? And I'm doing what is love,
Okay.
baby? Do you know what I mean?
Sure. What is love? That's the one you want?
What?
Which one?
Making my eyes big.
But I don't know what that means.
Sing.
The second one?
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Boo. Okay, let's do it.
Well,
Start from before it. Before the song starts. What is love?
not the first part, the second part.
I've never ever once ended on a second. Never ever started a O in the middle of
That's
that.
what I'm saying you should do. If you were already doing it, I wouldn't say it to do it. Well, you just stopped it all. Just stop the first part. Say, what is love? Whoa, oh, oh, what is it? Or whatever you do.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll try. What is love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Yeah, well, again, that was good, right? You like it now. You
And I
hear
don't
it.
like it. And I don't like pickleball. What is love? Oops.
Well, you
And I
just
don't want
missed
to do it. Just do it again. What is love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd take back all the words that hurt you. And you say, if I could reach the stars, I'd give them all to you. And you'd love me like you used to. If you don't know me by now, you will
never, never know me.
Never, never, never know me if you don't know me by now. You will never, never, never know me.
Never, never, never know me if you don't know me by now. You will never, never, never know me. Never, never, never know me. I don't wanna set the world on fire.
It's good, right?
Yeah, I gotta sneeze. I don't like it.
Man,
I gotta sneeze.
sneeze that way. Do what Ty does and right at you.
Yes.
You have something to say, puppy? What you thinking, boo? Get his little things.
Why are you doing that? It's not ASMR.
Puppy ASMR.
Licking the mic.
What you think, puppy?
Oh my goodness.
What you think, puppy? You gonna say something to the world, boo?
All right, what now? What do you want? Also, if you do exclamation mark SL in the chat, it pulls up just so you know if you ever want to bring that up. Oh, I'm not even on the chat bar. Never mind. But it will bring up the singer song list. So like streamer song list. So if one day you want to, aw, yay. Oh, could be found at, and then it kicked off the blink. Aw. Well, guess what? I'm going to have to make some tweaks. Thank you. Christ is my... Christ is my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand when everything around is shaking. I've never been more glad that I put my faith in Yeshua, and He's never let me down. He's faithful through generations. So why would He fail now? He won't. He won't. I still got joy in chaos. I got peace that makes no sense. So I won't be going under. I'm not held by my own strength, 'cause I build my life on Yeshua, and He's never let me down. He's faithful through generations. Oh yes, He is. Why would He fail now? He won't. He won't. He won't fail. He won't fail.
Rain came, wind blew, my house was built on you.
I'm safe with you. I'm gonna make it through. Yeah, I'm gonna make it through.
I'm standing strong on you.
We're gonna make it through, 'cause our house is built on you. Christ is our firm foundation, the rock on which we stand when everything around is shaking. We've never been more glad that we put our faith in Yeshua, and He's never let us something different?
Yeah.
I liked it.
I felt good, and then I messed up, and then it felt normal. There's one harmony in there. Like, oh,
I
that's not
felt good, and then I didn't feel that good anymore. That was good, though. The harmony for the last part of it. But I thought that usually you sang more in the beginning part. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. It sounds good. You sound good. So it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I add harmony. I was like, is that taking away actually? Instead of,
I don't think it is. There's just only one part where I think that we have to change in the second part of our medley. When we're doing the heaven, I'm saying the word heaven and you're going something, something, something pretty loudly, that the syllables kind of conflict with heaven, where it gets lost. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
will go down with the ship. I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love, always will be.
I'm in too deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger?
Don't give me no, don't give me no, don't give me no soul. I hear you calling, oh baby. Don't you give me no, don't you give me no, don't you give me no response.
Too deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger?
Don't give me no, don't give me no.
dang.
That's okay. It was
Yeah, I just got the
the other one. It's because the last time I messed up and I didn't sing I got wrapped around the whoa, whoa.
I was just thinking about my breath and my.
I was thinking about how it's not a good idea to sing leaning forwards at the mic like this.
No, it's
So I was
not.
trying to move the mic up, and then I looked at you, and you were like, and I'm thinking, oh, well, did I mess up something? I'll do it again. Moon can be doing other things, and he'll be okay as long as he's hanging out with us. Hi, Olivia.
And I will go down with the ship. I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love, always will be.
I'm in too deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger?
Don't give me no, don't give me no, don't give me no, don't give me no soul. I hear you calling, oh baby. Don't you give me no, don't you give me no, don't you give me no. Give me respect.
Too deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Too, I promise I'm not trying to make your life harder or return to where we were.
I hear you, and I will go down with this ship. I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love, always will be.
I'm in too deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around you. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Don't give me no, don't give me no, don't give me no, don't
Can I
give me no
just
soul.
say,
You know I'm such a
my
fool for
days
you. wrapped around you. Whoa,
Don't you give me no, don't you give me no, don't you give me no, don't you give me no.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Can I just stay here? Spend the rest of my days here.
'Cause you make me feel like I've been locked out of heaven.
Yeah, yeah. Can I just stay here? Spend the rest of my days here. 'Cause you make me feel like I've been locked out of heaven for too long, for too long. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Oh, don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please
Loves all of you.
It's a pain.
Sorry, the TikTok stream was being interrupting because it was going to kick us off.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter.
I didn't know, so I was just
Yeah.
pointing at it.
Yeah, no, but you're.
Go back to awe.
please stay.
Oh well.
That's
that
how I
one
get you to
part-
sing that part twice. The part.
Yeah, it sounds fine to
Yeah,
me.
yeah. It sounds fine to you, but I don't think it. Okay, is anybody listening that can tell us if it sounds conflicting? We're talking about when I say heaven and he says yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't give me no, don't give me no, don't give me no, don't give me no soul. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around you. Whoa, yeah, yeah, yeah. Can I just stay here? Spend the rest of my days here.
'Cause you make me feel like I've been locked out of heaven.
Yeah, yeah. Can I
For
just
too
stay
long.
here? Spend the rest of
For
my
too
days here. 'Cause you make me feel like I've been locked out of heaven for too long, for too long. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please stay.
Loves all of you.
With all your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections.
Give your all to me, I give my all to you.
You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you, and I give
too. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm like, I'm hearing it all in my head and loud.
You're
'cause
hearing both in your head and out loud.
when we were making it, I was like, and I'm like, I think.
Maybe when we listen to it, but Moon says it's good, so it's probably good.
Yeah. Damn.
But
Do you hear me? I'm talking to you. Across the water, across the deep blue ocean, under the open sky. Oh my, baby, I'm trying.
boy, I hear you in my dreams. I feel you whisper across the sea. I keep you with me in my heart. You make it easier when life gets hard. Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. They don't know how long it takes waiting for a love like this. Every time we say goodbye, I wish we had one more kiss. I'll wait for you, I promise you I will. I'm lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday. And so I'm sailing through the sea to an island where we'll meet. You'll hear the music, fill the air. I'll put a flower in your hair. Though the breeze says through the trees, you're all so pretty, you're all I see. As the sun keeps spinning round, you hold me right here, right now. Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday.
That sounded good, didn't it?
Yeah, I just wanted to not say anything after the song and see what you would say or do.
I thought it sounded good.
Yeah?
That one, I think, usually sounds good, but I think it sounded extra good.
Yeah. I remember thinking of that song or singing it at your old house, at your house, and being like, it'd be cool if he sang this song with me.
I know. I was thinking there are people on TikTok streaming that are like, play this song, and they just pull it up and play it. I'm like, that's hard. On
That's
piano
hard.
and guitar, I'm like, got my ukulele here. Do what I can.
Yeah, we're not. What are we here for?
What are we here for?
What is our purpose?
I like to tell people about the ripple effects of kind acts. I do.
You do?
Because I think, like, I was in deep addiction for years and years, where I was still, like, nice to people, and I think kind, but a very selfish, like, if I'm not good, like, I'm sick, which was weird. But coming out of that and just having the relief of like, wow, I don't have to be enslaved to a drug anymore. Just like such an awesome thing. And I've always been into near-death experiences, and the main thing that I get from them is that we'll experience how we make other people feel. So it's like if you hate somebody, that hate is going to be felt, or definitely actions, but you're going to feel it on yourself. So it's like all is one is like, hey, there was I heard a saying, I don't know if it was Mayan saying, I don't know how they know it. It's some like indigenous American people that said like 3 things: God is love, life has purpose, and all is one. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty strong. And it seems right. Like, we're gonna feel how we make others feel, so why not feel good? And things ripple. Kind acts, like it could change somebody's day, and that could change their family, and then it could.
Yeah, like
it
if
just ripples.
you watch videos or see it in just your life, if you're like even just the way you're acting around your children. Like if I'm being kind to you and loving to you, and the kid sees that, not only is he going to grow up and have a healthier relationship with their spouse, but he's not going to be as anxious, or she's not going to be as anxious. And it's probably going to treat people that same way with kindness. I think that's huge. But it's like, I want to believe there's a lot of good people out there that want to do good things for other people.
And it's weird because we follow Torah, like biblical laws.
Yeah.
And I think there's definitely benefit to that. Like, one near-death experience was a young Jewish boy, and he said he died, and he asked who a Messiah was, and he was told that if we told you, or if we told people, they would be like, oh, it was him? And which, Jesus, Yeshua. But he said he was shown the rewards of one day of wearing seats, and it was like a bunch. So I think we're rewarded in heaven for following the law, and the law is like, love your neighbor, love God with all your heart, and then all these other things that are God's law. So every time we follow God's law, we're rewarded for it. And so, like, why not do it all? Why not be, what I mean?
And do as much as as we're learning.
Yeah, as we can.
No, we're not saying we're perfect.
Well, sure. And love covers a multitude of sins. So if somebody's out there not following Sabbath, eating whatever, like, that counts against them for rewards. But if they're loving, like, love covers a multitude of sin. So
I like what you talk about, because when my Primitive Baptist family hears we need to keep Torah, they're like, well, that's for the Jews.
Aren't we grafted in?
And so I said, well, it's for the Israelites, Nanny, and hopefully you're one of them. And she said, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I'm like, what?
Well,
do you not understand that's God's children?
You're
like
grafted into
the
wild
tree.
branch grafted into the branch.
And so God says that there is one law for those.
For the sojourner, the slave.
Yeah, so everyone.
Whatever.
There's one law for the Jew,
then.
for the Hebrew. It was a Hebrew, I think, at the time. It wasn't even the Jews.
It
was for the Hebrew and the sojourner, so the person coming to their homes.
And a lot of the people that left Egypt, they were like also not all like of. Well, I guess they weren't Hebrews then, because Hebrew means to go over the river, but from Israel.
And so, keeping the law, when they would say, oh, well, Jesus said these are the commandments now, right? Well, first off, if we believe that Jesus is the Messiah, which Yeshua is the Messiah, yes, he is, then when he says something that sounds to us like it's a contradiction to the first part of the Bible, he couldn't have been the Messiah. So it's just our understanding that is wrong, is what I came to the conclusion. That's my personal understanding of it, is that we misunderstood, whether intentionally or not intentionally, what was actually in the second part of the book, because if it was there, then it has to agree with the first part of the book.
Yeah, if not, it's a new.
It's,
well, that's what they say.
yeah. So for what Jesus was actually saying is
Well, it's
like
to say
you
that
can't
like
even.
God changed.
Yeah, God
Like he
didn't
changed
change.
his mind when he said, "Do this forever throughout all generations until the moon and earth. It will be a testament to this, that as long as the earth and the moon and sun are still here, this is the command." Mm-hmm. Then he changed his mind, or
Yeah,
stopped
he
it.
didn't
It's like,
change his
nah.
mind, and it's not like a lot of people say, "Well, we're not under the law anymore," meaning that we don't have to follow the law. Well,
So you can murder and rape and
yeah.
pillage?
So it's like it's
what?
always confusing to me which laws are they talking
And
about
they just
being.
pick and choose.
And then so the other thing is like what it means to be under the law is the law of sin and death is what it says.
Yeah.
Is like your punishment for breaking my law is
Yeah.
banishment, eternity, like.
And even from like
And because of the Messiah, that's not the case.
yeah, I think from like a near-death experience point of view, like a lot of them are here to learn lessons. And if it's all set up by God, then the lesson, I mean, love is a huge one, but we all have our own lessons to learn. But like obedience to God and revelation, and it's a blessing to know that we should love God and follow him.
Yeah, well, it says in the Bible, like there is no difference between believing in the Yeshua and in the Messiah Yeshua and keeping his commandments. It's like if you will follow me, if you will believe in me.
Yeah.
It's not just like I believe in balloons, you know.
Well-
It's like it was about actually following. And
Yeah.
and in the Bible, so many different
Well,
times it
James
says, if you,
especially, I love
if you
James.
love
Like
me-
being one of my favorite books. It's so small, but it's packed.
yeah,
He's like, show me your faith with nothing. Show me your faith, and I'll show you my faith with my works. Like works without faith, or faith without works is dead. Like a
Yeah.
body is dead. It's like
it's a
you can believe, but if it's not in action, then is it really belief?
And that's not like our interpretation. That's literally what the
Yeah,
Bible
it's very
says is
literal.
faith is not just believing something. I talk to the kids about this all the time, and the example that we give is like faith is showing your faith is walking on the water that you said you can walk on. You said you could walk on the water, go walk on the water. Like if I believe that Yeshua died for my sins and I love him with all of my heart, I'm going to follow what they say, what God says to do.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't I follow his law? Because I believe those are the truth. So it's like when
Well, it's like Abraham. Like Abraham had faith, and it was accounted to him for righteousness. And people are like, I see it's just faith, but no, he had faith, so he almost killed his son because he
Yeah.
God who was told to kill
to
his
do it.
son.
Yeah. Like when the kids got to that Bible verse, they were
Yeah.
like, Mommy, God's gonna kill a kid.
Well, in some extra biblical books, it says that Isaac knew. Like, I don't know for Jasher or Jubilee is one of them. But they were saying, like, Isaac knew, and he was like, God wants you to sacrifice. Okay. I mean, their understanding of life and death is just like,
Yeah.
oh, right, God wants you to do this. I'm out of here. Good.
Yeah.
Like, it was so.
And then even like in the New Testament, when you have Mary, no, not Mary, who was touching his tassels.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I don't know.
Can't
Is she
remember.
named?
But the woman that goes and she's
The issue of
unclean.
blood, yeah.
Yeah, and she goes and touches just the tassels of his garment, and Yeshua tells her that her faith is beautiful. Like, because she's acting on it, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's a
not
faith
because
to
she
grab
says,
it.
I believe you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
Because
not-
she believed. She thought, like,
Like,
if
even
I just do
even
this.
Satan knows and believes in Yeshua. That's the truth. Like, every evil spirit that is around us believes in
And
Yeshua.
I was wondering about healing too. It's like, faith, can you heal me? But a lot of times Jesus would say, like, oh, go bathe in the river 7 times. We're like, do this thing. It's like, I don't know, what's that about? Because he could have just been like, you're healed.
Yeah.
But not like, go do it. And
Because it's like your act of, it has to be the act of
It's like-
obedience
yeah.
and maybe faith. I mean, I don't know the answer to that question,
Yeah,
but I
me
feel
either.
like those things that they tell you to do in the what is it, Deuteronomy or Leviticus mostly, is telling you all these things that you have to do. If you sin, it's a lot of times it's like just righting wrongs.
Oh yeah.
Right? So like if you stole from your neighbor, what to do, and like if someone killed your cow, like it's all in there. It's just like even the things that were like, that seems so obscure, like don't wear linen and wool. Why does it say that? Why are people getting obsessed over mixed like fabrics? Well, every time something like that pops up, science can go back and like prove why this is, God is just like, obviously he knows. Some
communities, for observant communities, like don't get into that at all, and I wonder why.
Well, I think like just like we're on a different, we're all on different paths. We're learning and we're seeing things. Just like I first saw, okay, the C word and the Jabberwockies and stuff like that, and then I was seeing, oh my gosh, this is Shabbat, and then I'm seeing like the food laws, and I'm seeing different things on different paths. Maybe not everybody is with it for the feasts and the holidays, they're still keeping pagan holidays, like the families that we know. They're just on a different path. I'm sure they'll see it.
I'm not sure.
But
I like the stones that the high priest wore. They're all of a kind that if you send light that has been canceled or something, I forget what kind of it, but the waves of the light go a certain different way, like cross waves, but they just light up. And all of them do that. Like pure light or something, I'm not sure.
I don't know anything about that. And I was going to talk about the linen and wool really quick just so I have it. But it's like, he says don't mix linen and wool because fabric, our bodies emit infrared heat. Our bodies emit infrared heat.
Well, infrared, yeah.
Yeah. And linen and wool have the inverse effect on remitting or like trapping the infrared heat. And so like in healing, linen is used in used to be used in hospitals all the time because it would help heal the patient. And wool has the opposite effect, so they kind of cancel each other out. And they're both really good, healthy things to wear, but things like plastics, it's like linen and wool are like 5,000, but plastics are like 15, which is aligned with someone that's really sick.
I don't know if it's infrared. Is it infrared?
Well, that was what I read in an article at one point. Yeah. But it's just like little things that I know were probably read in the Bible during church when I was growing up, and just kind of like blah, 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 because we were reading the Old Testament a little bit to, make sense of what we read in the New Testament, but no one's really paying attention to what they're saying to do. Because they're all...
I need to charge it.
Oops. So it's,
What?
Okay. I love you. Anyway, do you want to keep talking, or are you good?
I'm probably good. I could probably go.
I was like in the middle of a thought, and you were like, my phone died. So anyway.
Well, what's the thought? Finish it. You'll cut it.
I love you. Thank you, Moon, for hanging out. Everybody's saying happy holidays. Whoops. Now you get all the messages.
Hey, guys.
Moon, thanks for hanging out with us, friend. We're gonna get an organization down and figure out what we're gonna do, but we're just messing around until we get it. I feel like I could clip some things that we want to clip. I hope you have a good evening.
Are we just getting messages now, or is it all just
I suppose so.
people?
Look. I don't know. No, it's for something else.
Oh. That makes sense. Oh, because mine stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.